Okay, so the chair is now stripped, and you can go around here with your hand real careful. Make sure there's nothing else sticking up. You basically got it laying down. That looks good. Okay, it's basically stripped. Again, I didn't take out all these little pieces because of the particular staples that were in there. Usually it's a lot easier. Now you want to evaluate your stuffings, okay? Does it need additional stuffing? Do you like it the way it is? So you want to check, you know, is the foam firm? If it's not, or if it's deformed, you may want to replace your foam.
Or disintegrating.
Sometimes people will add a layer of batting around it to make a little bit more of a crown. This one, the foam feels like it's in pretty good shape, but it is kind of flat. You know, I wish it had a little more of a crown, and there is an easy way that you can make that happen. So what I'm going to do, this particular one, they kind of wrap the Dacron around there.
Which you're not supposed to do.
I'm going to pull up this foam here. I can get underneath there. I'm gonna show you a trick you could use to create a bit more of a crown on your chair. Every job's a little bit different. That's the trouble with a video, because you might come up against something a little bit different. Everything's a little bit different. Do slightly different things every time. Kind of push it underneath the foam. Sometimes the foam will come off completely because it's not glued on. This one is slightly glued, so it's not coming out real smooth. So there we go. Back down to the wood. That'll probably do it. Okay, so how do you say you want to reuse this foam, which seems like it's in okay shape, so we'll go ahead and reuse it. But how can you create a little more of a crown? So here I got a scrap of Dacron batting, and I'm just going to cut a square thereabouts, something like, oh, I don't know, something like that. Might not be too bad. You can make it a little bit narrower on the back. That might do the trick right there. Okay. And what I'll do is just take a little bit of adhesive, such as we sell here at Fabric Farms Interiors, Cami 303 spray adhesive. Shake it up a little bit. Make sure you don't have any glue, excess glue on the edge there. Alright, just spray a little bit on there. And then that'll hold your Dacron in place. Okay, now what we'll do is, for this, again, that's the wood part. We're going to take that and put it back over here like that. But because you got this gap kind of right here, you can take your Cami spray, kind of go around the edges like this. And then your wood, do the same thing, just go around the edges like that. And then what I'll do is I'm going to take this wood and lay it very carefully in the center of this whole shebang. And then I'm going to press down. Okay, now you can see there's a little bit of a crown that's worked up here.
Nicer.
Okay. Now you can also, if you want, you can add a little bit of Dacron to the front of it too. You can see I cut into a little bit of the Dacron. Just spray a little bit of the adhesive on there. Lay that on there. And then just trim it out. Trim it out maybe about a ½ inch bigger than the board. That should do it. Really, you just want the Dacron to go around the edges of the foam. The Dacron does not need to go to the back of the board, because when you staple, you want to staple fabric and wood only. So we've already done two things. We've unscrewed the slip seat. We brought it into here. Okay. Then we've stripped the fabric. Then thirdly, I believe, we've evaluated whether it needs new foam or not, or new stuffings of some sort. In this particular case, we added a little square of Dacron underneath the foam, and then another thin layer on the top, so we get a little bit of a crown. Looks a little more plush, a little bit more luxurious.